Researchers divide sources into two types when they talk about the research process. Some of the sources we discussed in the first video would be considered primary, while others are secondary. Primary sources are first-hand accounts or documents from people who had direct experience with the event. For example, tweets at the time of the crisis in 2015, emails exchanged between government officials, as well as original documents such as the text of a law would all be considered primary sources. Be aware that in the sciences, primary source has a slightly different meaning and refers to research studies that report data or direct observations. Secondary sources, on the other hand, are sources that analyze, discuss, or interpret primary sources. So a journalist writing in the New York Times about the crisis and drawing on a variety of primary sources would be creating a secondary source. A book written about the problems Flint faced, or a scholarly article that examined ways in which systems failed to ensure citizens' health would also be secondary sources. For my research question, what regulatory breakdowns happened on the local, state, and federal levels that allowed the Flint water crisis to happen, I might choose primary sources like federal regulations about water quality or interviews with local officials at the time of the crisis. Adding secondary sources, such as scholarly articles that include analysis of what went wrong at the time, would help complete the picture. Now that you have a better idea of how to choose the types of resources you might need to explore this topic, it's time to locate those sources. The next tutorial will cover methods to quickly and easily find the resources you need. Remember that you can contact us with questions using our Ask a Librarian services linked on the library homepage. Chat, call, email, or stop by the reference desk. You may also set up an appointment to meet with a librarian.